Penny 702 and welcome to Las Vegas. Today we're heading over to the Linq Hotel and Casino, a trendy yet budget-friendly hotel located in the heart of the Las Vegas Strip. The Linq has a prime location here on the Las Vegas Strip, with Caesar's Palace being across the street, and it's sandwiched in between the Flamingo and Harrah's Las Vegas. Attached to the back of the hotel is the Las Vegas monorail, and then you'll find the Linq Promenade, which is right outside its doors. One of my favorite spots probably in all of the Las Vegas Strip. The tower is about 20 stories high, and there's a little over 2,200 hotel rooms. Pricing starts at about $28 a night, but that's going to be before the resort fees, so you're going to want to triple that to get the actual price you'll be paying for the night. And it's currently owned and operated by Caesars Entertainment. The resort opened as the Linq in 2014 with a huge rebrand and a makeover from its formers. It took a second for the Linq to find its sweet spot. The Vegas Strip has a lot of competition, and to make it here, you need to stand out or at least have something that make guests come back year after year. I feel like the Linq is one of those spots that might be lesser known than some of the big names or some of the old timers, but most that come to the Linq usually will come again. There's just something about the vibe here. I've stayed here before it was the Linq a handful of times when it was the Imperial Palace. We would stay here and get a really big hotel jacuzzi suite for the same price as a standard room at most of the other hotels on the Strip. It was like a hack for feeling like a high roller back in the day. The Linq, however, is nothing like the Imperial Palace. It still sits in the same shell or the same building, but it's gone through a complete overhaul and renovation, giving it a completely different feel. As much as I love the Imperial Palace, though, it was probably for the best. There's not much of a theme to the Linq, however, I would say the decor is modern and the vibe feels maybe like trendy and lively. There are a lot of bright colors and lights, exciting restaurants and bars on site, and they always seem to have cutting-edge technology when it comes to their gaming. Now, this is the Caesars sportsbook inside of the Linq, and it definitely has a different type of feel than any other sportsbook that I've seen before. It's definitely more of a lounge feel. You see that there are games all around the bar there. There's also a beer wall where you can serve yourself beer, or you can have a server come and serve you as well. I believe you can rent some of these couch areas. They're more like VIP areas. They used to have the sports book going out even further all around this casino area that's now here. I remember it being really big, actually, and then they also had TVs everywhere. There's a little corner over here that still says Caesars Sportsbook. There's a bunch of TVs, but it is a small space, but it is blocked off. This might be like a VIP area. They managed to put a bunch of things to do and places to eat in what seems like a smaller space or a smaller building than most of the others, but without feeling cramped. And there are fantastic food options within this resort. Take a trip to Flavortown with celebrity chef Guy Fieri at Vegas Kitchen and Bar. I've never eaten here, but every time I pass by this area, it smells insanely delicious. Like they have things like wings and burgers. I hear their burgers are humongous. I also have heard good things about their Bloody Mary here. Apparently it's humongous. Oh, here we go. Guy's famous barbecue Bloody Mary. Almost $50, but it is a 40 ounce. For a quick eat option, there is a food truck inside of the resort. Buddy's Jersey Eats features hot dogs, hot Sammies, and more in a Jersey style. I did see there is a Dunkin' out in front. It looks like there is a Dunkin' back here as well. So 2 Dunkin' spots. This is the Boss Cafe by Buddy Valastro. They have a couple of things on the menu. It looks like quick grab and go items. There's some pizza here that looks insanely delicious. The Boss Cake also has bakery items, and of course, these things that are following me everywhere. Not only do they have the cake vending machine, but they have some sort of pizza vending machine over here for the Boss Cafe. Dang, that's pretty cool. You literally order it and it comes over here. I mean, Vegas is a 24-hour town, but sometimes the restaurants do close. But hey, if you get a late night craving and the restaurant is closed, you can definitely utilize the vending machine to get a pizza and then the vending machine to get a cake. Nook Express is a grab-and-go cafe where you can grab things like a coffee or a pastry. Cheo Kitchen and Tequila Bar has Mexican dishes, and it also has 2 levels with a patio on both levels. A great spot for people watching and margaritas. Off the Strip has a diverse menu like chicken parmesan and lobster ravioli. This is also a 2-story restaurant, and it has 3 bars and offers indoor and outdoor dining. And then there is Hash House A Go-Go, one of my favorite places to come for breakfast in Las Vegas. They actually have multiple locations around the town, but they are known to have humongous serving sizes and pretty good prices for those serving sizes. I've been here a couple of times at this location and then some of their other locations. I swear, one of my must-dos for breakfast. The nightlife options here are a lot of fun, mostly like O'Shea's Pub, a tribute to the former casino that used to be on this spot. It has a definite party atmosphere with 3 bars, live music, table games including beer pong. It's pretty rare that you come into O'Shea's and it is not packed. And you can also find various bars within the Linq, like the lobby bar. There's Purple Zebra, which has frozen drinks to go. Then there's also Rematch Bar, which is located right outside on the Strip. The hallway that leads you down to the self-parking and also where the monorail will be has a few different shops. There's also a tattoo shop, Club Tattoo. Tattoos, piercings, and fashion. Ooh, somebody's getting something done right now. And this is the very back of the hotel where you'll find a parking lot. Also, the hallway over to the monorail. There's also access to Harrah's Las Vegas this way. Just wanted to show you guys the quick, easy access to the monorail. Even though we recently were at Harrah's, we did a walkthrough at Harrah's, and I showed you guys kind of the same thing. So off to the right is Harrah's Las Vegas, off to the left is the Linq, and then right this way brings you over to the monorail. It's all enclosed now. It looks really, really nice. Super easy access. The property began as the Flamingo Capri in 1959, and that spot only had 180 rooms. In the early 70s, a casino was added, and then in the mid 70s, it was part of Best Western. Then the hotel tower was added, and by the late 70s, the Imperial Palace took over with a new casino building. And that hotel was themed after an Asian palace, very, very different from what it looks like now. The exterior had white and blue tile that was imported from Japan, and then the inside had carved dragons and also really big chine chandeliers. I remember it so well. There was also a car museum, and it had legends in concert once here. I remember that they also had celebrity impersonators as the dealers at the table games, which is always a lot of fun to see. You would be playing poker and maybe Elvis or Sinatra was your dealer. I think I read that they once had a drive-through sportsbook at the resort, which is pretty darn interesting. And when I turned 21, Eddie and I made our first trip together to Las Vegas, and we stayed at the Imperial Palace. I also went to my first Vegas nightclub here. I think it was called Rock House. It was definitely a rock-themed club. On that trip, I also went to Club 54. I'm not too sure which one we went to first, but I still have the souvenir cup that I got from the Rock House from that trip. In 2005, Harrah's Entertainment took over, which eventually became Caesars Entertainment. In 2012, there was a really awkward phase, a very quick phase, when the property was rebranded as the Quad. And we did stay at the Quad once before, and it was a huge disappointment. Nothing like we experienced when it was the Imperial Palace. But the Quad didn't last long because 2 years later, it became the Linq. And good news for us too, the Linq is nothing like the Quad. The rooms are completely redone. The whole resort is completely redone. We have a spa, salon, and a fitness center inside of this hotel. The spa here looks so nice. The pool here at the Linq is located on the 2nd floor, so it is somewhat considered a rooftop pool, but it's definitely a party pool. It's 21 and over, so definitely keep that in mind if you're coming here with anybody younger than 21. It is no longer pool season here in Vegas. It's pretty darn cold out there. You don't want to get into a pool. It's a small pool, but really cool vibes. There's usually a DJ out there. They've got games. There's a bar. You can also get a cabana room, meaning your hotel room leads right into the pool area. A private area, like a VIP space that's just yours. There's a little couch, a TV, and things like that right on side of the pool. So that's definitely fun to utilize during the summertime. For shows, they have America's Got Talent winner Matt Franco in their showroom inside of the resort. But outside of the Promenade, they also have Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, and there is the Brooklyn Bowl, which is my favorite venue in Las Vegas. I have seen the U's there, the Distillers, the Faint, just to name a few. One of my favorite venues in town for sure. Right outside of the doors of the Linq is the Linq Promenade. This is one of my favorite spots to come on the Las Vegas Strip because there is so much to do here. Not only do they have a zip line right above our head, and of course the high roller, which is the observation wheel, I should say, right in front of us behind the resort, but there is also a ton of food shops, a ton of bars, a ton of shopping. The Candy Martini Bar is somewhat new. It's located upstairs of I Love Sugar. We actually have been there before. They have some really cool drinks upstairs where they use dry ice, and it just looks really freaking cool. I've always wanted to come here to Flour and Barley because they have a to-go where you can get a pizza by the slice, but it never happens because right next door is In-N-Out. One of the best places for a cheap but insanely good eat here on the Las Vegas Strip. And I'm hungry, so I'm going in. The Linq is also a fun spot to come during Christmas, though they usually have, or they used to have, a stage show every Christmas. I believe I came out here 2017 and 2018 and filmed the stage show that they did. I realized that it's not set up anymore, so either they do it closer to Christmas because I don't see any signs, or they're not doing it at all this year. Then they used to have fake snow, which I also don't see set up anywhere. That's a little bit of a bummer. This used to be like I guess still is, a tradition of mine to come out to the Linq during Christmas, grab a hot chocolate from In-N-Out, and also grab a Sprinkles cupcake. But Sprinkles cupcake is now ice bar. A lot of things have changed when we went to Orlando. And here is the outside of the pool at the Linq. So you can see it's on the second level here. And then you get a really cool overhead view of the promenade itself. Oh, it can get loud in the hotel rooms simply because there usually is a DJ here, but they do normally close it early. And then on the other side where Harris is, there is a stage there where sometimes they have live bands. So sometimes that area can get pretty loud as well. The hot chocolate at Ghirardelli's might be the new tradition rather than the hot chocolate at In-N-Out. Just look at the difference in the sizes. The hot chocolate from In-N-Out was $2.25, and this one was what, Eddie, like $5.50? $5.75. $5.75. But it's like triple the size, so it might end up being the better price. Since I have this cup, Eddie was nice enough to share some of it with me. Thanks so much for joining me today, getting a look at the Linq Hotel and a little bit of the promenade here. I would love to stay at the Linq and compare it from the last two stays, the last couple of hotels that it's been, see what the room looks like as well. Please subscribe if you are new here and join me for some more adventures in Las Vegas and the surrounding areas, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace!